All right, I finished my soup. It's given me amazing mathematical strength. I still have a piece of toast, so I'm going to be munching on that during this. Let's have a quick look at question 7. And this one's really easy. It's a gift, this question. Anytime you have something where, we'll do these in red, you've got a square root of x. Here we've got a square root of x squared. Yep. Or you have an x on the bottom of a fraction. It's not a polynomial. So that's not, and that's not. The degree of the polynomial is the highest power of x. So let's highlight these powers in green. Oh, sorry. Highlight. So here, well, that's a power of 1. Here its power is 2. Here the highest power is 3. Here the highest power is 3. And the others don't count. So this is degree 1. This is degree 2. You guessed it. This one's degree, yes, 3. And this one is also degree 3. Well done. Now let's have a look for the coefficient of x. That's the number in front of the x term. So we're literally, ooh, you know what I didn't spot before? This. No, it's not a polynomial. Oh. So I'm just going to get rid of the evidence that I ever thought it was. I didn't even see that. Well, it's still good for you to know that if it was a polynomial, it would have been degree 2. Now we're going through looking for the coefficient of the x. What do we do when there's no number there? What's hiding there? 1. Here, there just isn't one. So here, the coefficient is 2. Here the coefficient is -1. Here the coefficient, is it there? Is there any x term? No, there's not, so it's 0. And the others are not polynomials, hooray. Now, question 8. 8a is really easy. I'm not going to do it. 8b, still fairly easy, but I am going to do it. 8b. So what we've got are zeros at -4, 0, and +2. Y, x. So the zeros, well, we have x plus 4 equals 0, so x equals -4. I'm not going to do that for all of them. You know how to do that. You did that all the way through with quadratic, so x equals -4. This x on its own, the loner x, that's x equals 0, and x equals +2. So we're going to mark those on. -4, 0, +2. Now it does say to use a table of values to test its sign. We know that it's a negative out the front. So with cubics, instead of starting at the bottom left like they should, if it's a negative out the front, it starts at the top left. Oh, gosh. Pretend that looks good. But if we wanted to do a table, we'd pick one of the values either below the lowest 0 or above the highest 0. So this is 2, this is 0, and this is -4. So we could have done x equals -5, or we could have done +3. What would y have been in those situations then? So we've got y equals -3 outside of -5 plus 4, -5, -5, take 2. So we've got a negative times a negative times a negative times a negative, which gives it a positive. Oh, that's a turn up for the books. So we know up here, which is a positive. So yeah, sorry, that's not a turn up for the books. That's what I was expecting. Means we're starting up here. Now we could double check that with our y equals 3. X equals 3, so we've got -3 out of 3 plus 4, 3, 3, take 2. So we've got a negative times a positive times a positive times a positive, which gives us a negative. So yeah, it's going to go like that, back down into the negative area. For 8c, I'm just going to rewrite the equation. Y equals 2x squared, 3 take x. Now, I want to go through this one a little more systematically. Oh, sorry, I'll start off by putting my axes in. There's no definite way you have to do this. Y, x. Now, our zeros. We've got 0 equals 2x squared, 3 take x. So 2x squared equals 0 and 3 take x equals 0. So x equals 0 and x equals 3. So our zeros are here at 0 and at x equals 3. Now, we know that this one is x squared. So we know we're either going to get it bouncing up here and back down, or going down here and up. Let's use a table of values to double check what it's going to be. I've got the feeling it's going to be this first one, because this 3 take x is the same as negative x take 3, which means our y equals 2x squared 3 take x is the same as y equals negative 2x squared x take 3. But let's use a table of values to double check. So we want something, x and y. We want something, I'll do these in pink, less than the lowest 0 and more than the highest 0. So less than 0, negative 1, more than 3, 4. Let's actually figure this out. Y equals 2 times negative 1 squared, 3 take negative 1, it's positive. Yeah, because negative 1 all squared is positive, 3 take negative 1 comes out as positive 4, so it's positive. Let's chuck in 4, 2 times 4 squared, 3 take 4, this is going to come out as negative. So, instead of being like that, we're coming down this way. It looks like a tiny parabola at x equals 0, and it cuts back down there. And that tiny parabola is actually a way that you can think of it when we come on later to harder questions. Thanks.